Round 7 of our VFL coverage. It was a much anticipated match. The grand final rematch between Port Melbourne and Williamstown. David Rees-Jones. It was a grand final rematch because Port smashed them again.
Well, they did. And, you know, 28 wins in a row. This is a magnificent football team who know how to win. And they just work so hard for each other. And that's the thing I really love about watching Port Melbourne is their work rate and their efforts to help each other throughout the course of the game. They're a terrific football team. Really
difficult conditions. There was a lot of rain before the game. It was slippery. It was muddy. And we talked before the game about how much you learn about footballers in those conditions. And it didn't take us long to learn about Port Melbourne. Their intent was there from the word go, and Williamstown simply wasn't.
Yeah, they just, look, it looked like men playing against boys, and that was what the result really showed in the end. But the Port Melbourne players, they were bigger and stronger in the body, but you've still got to put your nose over the ball, and that was a disappointing thing from Williamstown. They were, you know, look, this is the way they got their first goal, and it was, you know, only goal they'd had for, you know, over 2 quarters. So, you know, it was a 50-metre penalty, a bit of a undisciplined thing by Shane Bellini, and probably the only mistake he made all day.
And Tory Dixon, the man who got the goal, was the only man to kick goals for Williamstown. But Galea was good. Burston got 5 goals. They got a contribution from O'Farrell. Kane chipped in as he normally does. And even a couple of the non-bigger name players from Port Melbourne. They do what they do week in, week out, and that is they get an even spread of contribution from all 23 players.
Yeah, that's it. And that'd be the most pleasing thing from Gary Ayres' point of view. You know, it was just a great goal kick there by Chris Kane. But and they were a dominant team. But the great thing, coaching players who just want to play for each other, who want to work hard for each other, and that's what Port Melbourne do.
And I'm sure people will make of the fact that Port Melbourne had 12 of the premiership team and Williamstown had only 7. They will say that that is an example of 2 completely different teams. But the match was built up so much, and I'm sure there was a bit made of it from the Williamstown camp because they were really hurting after what happened after quarter time in the grand final last year. They had their chance and they blew it.
Yeah, they did, but on the other side of it, you look how many AFL-listed players. Port Melbourne haven't got a AFL-listed player, whereas, you know, Williamstown had quite a few. And guaranteed they're young and they're going to learn, but they're going to learn the hard way if they keep playing footy like that.
7 in a row at the start of the season. The streak is now 28 to Port Melbourne. Who is going to stop them? They had 116 disposals more, and in the end, they ran out victors by 80 points, stretching the margin at every change. Port 15-15, 105. Williamstown 3-7, 25. The reigning premier marches on.